What's up, everybody?
Whoa. This is the photo brew, David.
But we're having Peter McKinnon.
Oh,
coffee.
yeah, that's true. Oh, we are.
We gotta do the obligatory. What's up?
Oh, okay. Well,
I had a whole like dialogue set up. You just kind of ruined it.
Proceed.
So I was like, "What's up, everybody? Peter McKinnon here. Welcome back to 2 Minute Tuesday. It's so great to see your smiling faces. Can you tell I watch a lot of his videos?
Yes.
I'm not a fanboy, I swear.
How do you know I'm smiling, Pete? How do you know?
He just knows, man.
He just knows. He sucks us in with his beautiful cinematography.
God damn. Did you watch today's vlog?
Yes.
Oh,
Oh
so good.
man.
I'm so jealous that everything's like fall up there and we're on fire down here.
But it's like the colors are different there too because it's Canada. Like,
well, yeah, everything's better in Canada.
Man. I don't know. Not according to South Park.
I love South Park.
I ain't your friend, guy.
Did you see the trailer?
I didn't see it yet.
You haven't seen the trailer?
No.
So they're doing a 1 hour pandemic special.
Nice.
And because you know how Randy sells his devil's lettuce. So he came up with the pandemic special.
Nice.
And so it's gonna be a full hour. Really freaking excited because they have a lot of material to cover this year.
Dope. So we are drinking the Peter McKinnon. Which one?
So this is the Peter McKinnon James Coffee Golden Hour blend.
Oh, I've been wanting to try this one.
And so it has notes of red berry, sweet cocoa, and salted caramel. And here's the bag. And
I wish you can see this. You probably can't, but it's straight mud water.
Yeah, because Manny basically killed the bag because we had it was maybe about a quarter bag left.
We probably could have did 2 pots with it, but we stuck everything in the filter.
Yeah, and he just threw it and then just like water.
I ground it so fine that the water wouldn't seep through. It was like mud. It's
but it's fine. Water. I mean, I like strong coffee, and this actually still tastes like how I make it. Just a little bit stronger.
I'm about to fucking start shaking, rocking and rolling.
This is my third one today.
Oh, this is my 3rd cup today as well.
Yeah,
but I've been drinking coffee where I'm actually grinding the beans now because the wife ended up buying the coffee that we usually get. Yeah. She ended up getting a big giant bag of it at Sam's Club. So
okay. Like I still have a 5-pound bag of Reyes coffee at home.
Nice.
The
one that we had last time?
Yeah.
That shit was good.
So, like, that actually came from that bag. I still have, I think, about 2.5 pounds left. I've had that bag for, I want to say, like 3 or 4 months already.
Oh, wow.
And I drink it a lot. But it's like, I kind of want to buy another because it's like, oh, I don't have to go out and buy more coffee. But it's nice to have, like, other coffees in rotation.
Yeah. So, speaking of the Peter McKinnon video, we were talking about going up north.
Yeah, because you just got a truck.
Yes.
So, car news.
And there is a coffee place that I visited. Fuck, what city was it in? I want to say it's somewhere in like a little past Santa Barbara area.
Okay.
So I don't know. I'll have to look through like my Instagram feed or my Facebook feed and find out because it's been a long time since I've like driven out there. I used to do like service for a lot of like Vaughn's Markets, like do their loading dock repair. So I'd stop at a lot of coffee places, and that one's a legit, like, they're a little mom and pop shop.
That's
so we got to make a trip up there because it's fucking badass, and then visit that coffee shop, and then probably score some beans for
and then go to Solvang because we got to stop by Solvang. It's awesome. They got the good Danish pancakes up there, man.
Nice. Yeah, we'll do it.
But in other car news, too, I paid off my car.
Fuck yes.
I feel weird because I got so used to spending, like, close to $300 a month for my payment. It was, like, $270.
Oh.
And, you know, like, I was just like, I have the money. Because originally I thought my, like, the principal was going to be done next year in June. But after I checked a couple months back, it said it was actually going to be end of January next year. And I was just like, well, I only owe, like, $1,000. I might as well just knock it out because I just got paid from doing a big client gig. And I was like, all right, I'm just going to do it. And now it's like, oh, I don't have to spend this money now next month. And like,
nice.
Like with what I have left in my unemployment, I was like, I'll be good for the next few months.
Nice.
So yeah, weight lifted.
And because of that, I don't know if you've noticed the new blue background. David has returned to the Jedi.
I saw
He's no longer a Sith.
It wasn't worth it. They cut my health benefits,
Oh man, they weren't. They promised him endless supply of Peter McKinnon coffee, and they lied.
And they gave me Starbucks coffee.
But in real news, Maddie and Pete's
I've not watched it yet.
Well, they were going hard on Joe Rogan's background, and they were going hard on his red background.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, yeah, you know what?
I do like this. It kind of makes the photos pop. Also, Manny printed all these. I sent him these two, and he did those two.
No.
And like this one in person, this is the Pirate Life coin box. It just looks so good on paper, like on the glossy paper.
I kind of feel like it needs to be a bigger print than that.
Yeah,
though.
like on metal.
Yeah. So I'm gonna do the print for you on that one, but I think I don't know. It still needs to be a big print. It looks pretty badass.
By 14. I just printed my Milky Way shot that I have at home at Office Depot for like $5, and at that scale it actually looks pretty good. Because last time I did an 8x10, it was a little washed out of a different picture, but so I was like, it's probably gonna look kind of corny on a big sheet of paper, but it actually looks good.
Millers, man. I have my account. If you don't want to get one, we'll just log in.
Yeah, dude, we'll do it. But
it's
now,
pretty badass.
Photo news, man. A lot of stuff happened in the camera world. So there's a new Canon camera on the horizons, the Canon C70, which I actually really want, even though I just got the R6, because I've never had a dedicated cinema camera for video. And seeing the style of the body, it kind of looks like a fatter version of a 1DX.
Yeah.
And it takes RF lenses and EF lenses. It has built-in ND filters, which is amazing because now you have to screw them on. It's APS-C, but you know that most cinema cameras around that price point, I want to say under 10 grand, usually are APS-C sized.
Yeah. And
it's actually I think the cheapest cinema camera on the market right now. It's on sale on Adorama for $54.99.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy because what's like the top of the line cinema cameras? What, 10 grand?
No, more than that. Like, well, if you're considering something similar to like a C200, so there's the C300 Mark II, which is full frame. I believe that one comes in around 15 to 18 grand.
Oh, okay.
And then Sony on their cinema line, they have the Sony Venice cameras, which are basically like the equivalent to the Canons.
That's the one, or the one that you were saying. What was it? The 15 or 16,000?
Yeah, something like that.
So that one they were saying is gonna cripple the C70 is gonna cripple that one because of the adapter that you can get for the
speed booster.
Well, there's an actual adapter for the EF lenses that'll turn it into a full frame. So basically, it'll turn it into a baby version of that camera.
Yeah, it's a speed booster. So for those of you who don't know, ever since the Sonys came out, like for the mirrorless, and this is just in general for mirrorless cameras because you have it on the Panasonics, they sell these things called speed boosters, and basically it's like an adapter, like how you use to adapt any DSLR lens to a mirrorless, but it has a little piece of glass in there that actually magnifies it, and then another piece of glass that's, I think, a lot closer to the sensor. So it actually gives it the equivalent of a full frame look, and it actually makes it a stop faster.
Wow. I wonder if they can do that with the RF lenses.
Dude, that would be insane. If
that would imagine, man.
But I mean, it's native RF. If it was an EF, maybe. But I don't know. But I mean, I think it's cool. I still want that thing. It's
the
like
Canon and Sony wars begin because I guess
Yeah,
Sony's talking about another camera.
Oh, boy.
When the C70 comes out, and then Canon's already rumored for a C50.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Cinema camera,
which I think is going to be the next tier above it.
Yeah, it's getting insane. So, I guess I'll be purchasing your R6 from you. No, I'm gonna keep it. Because you're going to be getting a cinema camera.
Because if you think about it, and I think it's smart of them to do it. But also the way they marketed the R5 was kind of dumb because it's like okay, they were making it seem like this all-in-one solution for every videographer, photographer out there, but it's really a photo camera with some crazy video features like 8K. Yeah. But with the cinema camera, because it's a little chunkier, it's about the size of a 1DX, and at least from what I've seen on pictures, I haven't actually seen it in person. It looks like there's also a vent, so it's going to be cooled down. Just because you don't want it to overheat, especially if it's going to be doing 4K 120. Yeah. And no record limit.
It's going to be crazy.
Dude, it's going to be crazy. But then Sony came out with the A7C, which
still sucks.
I really don't understand that camera, and it's not because like I'm shitting on Sony or anything like that, because yeah, like I know there's a place for people that want like a full frame camera in the size
Yeah.
of an APS-C body, and yeah, it is the smallest full frame out there right now. It took that from the RP,
Yeah.
but I still like the ergonomics on the RP better because it's a traditional looking camera with a traditional viewfinder,
Yeah.
and it's still pretty small. So I don't know. And then also the RP, yeah, it doesn't do 4K, this and that, but it's like it's $1,000 compared to almost 2 Gs. It's $300 less than the regular A7.
Yeah.
So I really don't know like what that point was.
I feel like I know I don't understand what you're saying, but I kind of feel like that's gonna be Sony's RP. Like it's gonna be like the RP in a sense where even Sony users are gonna talk shit about it, but then when they start using it, they might actually like the features or like it because of the fact that they can throw it in a backpack and then just go wherever they want to with it.
Like my friend Jason did a video on it, and he actually brought up a good point. It's like a lot of people say it's like, well, when you put on like full frame lenses, it's typically going to be really big. Like if you put on like the 24-70 G Master, like, it's just going to be tiny body, very small grip with a big ass lens. But that camera, he says, is more designed for prime lenses. And when I was shooting with Sony, I had like the 28 mil, I had the 85, and those were fantastic small prime lenses that you could throw on a small body like that. So I definitely see it more for street photographers.
Yeah.
And maybe videographers if they want to keep a small package and like put it on a gimbal. But yeah, definitely if you put on a huge lens on it, it's just it's not gonna look good.
It's probably definitely gonna be like, I think maybe like more of like a travel camera.
I think so too.
So if like somebody's vlogging or something, they have a camera that they can still use. That's a legit small camera.
Yeah.
But I feel like it's gonna be more travel.
But yeah, I mean, I really don't know.
Stuff.
Like I really don't know if I really want the C70 or should I just wait like another year before I buy another. I should probably just wait. I just paid off my car.
Well, seeing how there's a battle going, I would just kind of wait. Just see what they come out with, see what sales are going to go on, see what specials are going to go on.
Legit, I kind of want to get the one lens I've been considering actually selling is the 85 mil.
Yeah.
We were talking about this before we started. Because I went out to shoot with Adrian the other day, and I was using the RF 35. That's the only lens I brought with. I brought the 85 as well, but I don't know. Lately, I've been feeling that's a little too tight for street photography now.
Yeah.
And when I was on the 35, I would actually crop it down to a 50 mil equivalent, and I've actually been enjoying that focal length a lot more now. Whereas when I had a 50 mil, I actually hated using it. Well, because the EF 5118 is a piece of shit, like poorly built lens, but it's fantastic for what it does. But
I love that lens because I can throw it around and I didn't have to be afraid of breaking it because it's $100 and I can pick a used one up for like 75.
But I like having like weight.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So it's just like okay, like, but so I kind of want to sell the 85-14 and then get the RF 50.
Yeah.
Or the 100 mil macro, just because I mean I do product photography.
I wish they would do the 100 mil and the 135 as an RF, but I know it would be so fucking expensive, and that's like my gripe right now. Like I really want to get the 135. Like I was telling you, I want to sell my my 70 to 200, and mainly the reason being is like I normally don't shoot at 70 because then I can just throw my 24-70 on if I really wanted to shoot at 70. I mainly like using that lens so I can get the compression. So I mainly just shoot it at 200 or 135, which is not that far off from the 200. So I figured if I can have a cool ass portrait lens that has ridiculous compression and and
it's just gonna look and
fucking
essentially
F2,
it's kind of like
like
future proof.
Yeah.
I mean, might as well do it because it's like that's the reason I bought the 85-14. Is this is before the R6 R5 came out. Like there was no IBIS on any of the mirrorless Canon cameras, so I was like, okay, I'll have IS, and that is a fucking train.
Yeah. Probably won't pick up. I don't know.
Or I don't know.
Well, there's Banda music going on in the background. We started at night so we didn't get friggin' lawnmowers and shit, but now we're getting the neighbors partying.
I know. But yeah, so like that's the reason I bought the 85 because it has image stabilization. Now that I have the R6, it will work in tandem.
Yeah.
But I bought it just because like I couldn't justify doing like $3,000 for
Yeah.
Prime. I definitely want to, like, if I were to go buy a RF Prime right now, that's expensive. It would probably be the 50 because $2,000 is pretty reasonable for a
Yeah.
1.2 lens, and that's kind of like what you would pay for some of the EF variants when that was the only thing available.
Yeah.
But I don't know, man. Canon's going crazy with those prices.
I think I'm gonna wait. It'll eventually drop.
Mhm.
I think right now the 24-70 that we have, I think that's a good lens to keep.
Yeah.
I feel like even though I don't need it because I've been used to primes and switching them out, like I've kind of grown so used to like
Just
I can just carry that anywhere with me and then have it.
That's kind of like what Adrian's been regretting selling his. Granted, like he used the money to pay off some of his debt, but he kind of regrets selling it because it's like now he only has a 35 Sigma.
Yeah.
And that's it. And like there's times when we're out shooting that he'll actually use mine because he wants to have the ability to like punch it tighter.
Yeah.
Or he'll borrow my 85. But yeah, like I definitely, if you're building a kit, either have a 15 to 35 or a 24 to 70 to cover some of those ranges.
Yeah.
I typically lean more towards the 24 to 70. Yeah, it's a very like boring focal length. It's nothing exciting. But when I had the 16 to 35, I rarely used it. And I wasn't vlogging a lot at the time, so it was literally just sitting in my bag. And I actually used the 24 to 70 90% of the time. And even now that I have the RF version, I use that one 90% of the time.
Yeah.
The primes come out when I do specialized stuff.
Yeah.
Or if I just want to carry something small like the 35. But definitely have at least a 24 to 70 because that'll cover your generic focal lengths. 24 to 70 is pretty like standard for, so if you're shooting like an event like a wedding, you have those ranges covered and you're not fiddling with like changing lenses.
Yeah.
Or just get two bodies.
That's why I'm thinking like, you know, keeping my 24-70, having my 35, having the 135. I think the 35 and the 135 would be just fucking perfect for like portrait stuff, and then I can throw in the Helios for just fun.
Just for fun. Yeah, and that's kind of like how I'm looking at my kit too. It's like I definitely just want to have 3 lenses and that's it.
Yeah.
Just that way I'm not thinking like, okay, should I bring this lens? Am I going to use that? And that's why I don't have the 70 to 200 RF. Like I want it because it's tiny.
Yeah.
But I don't. Like when I had the 70 200 f4, when I was still shooting on like the 5D Mark IV, I rarely used it outside of weddings because it's a big lens.
Yeah.
So that's why I gravitated more towards the 85 because it's like, okay, well, I could crop the sensor, it becomes like a 135, 136 equivalent if I need a tighter focal length, but it's small enough to fit in my bag and it's a very usable focal length for me.
Yeah.
Which is why I'm kind of hesitant of buying the RF 70-200. So.
Nice. All right, so today's topic is Instagram followers.
Yeah, like, okay, well, first things first, let's check the time because we talked a lot.
Yeah.
Okay, we got like 12 minutes.
Okay, yeah, that's good enough to start.
So if anything, we'll split it into 2 parts so you guys come back next week to watch it. We totally just bait switched too. Sorry.
So the person with the most experience in this is you. How long did it take you to grow your following?
So I started my account, which used to be called Canon.dude, on April. My first post was April 19th. April 30th, 2019.
Okay.
And the reason I started that was I was kind of just bored of my other page because I was literally just taking photos of cityscapes, landscapes, like rinse, repeat every single day. And I was just like, this isn't fun anymore. So
that's now the new Canon.dude. Right?
Yeah, just to have the name.
Yeah.
So I flipped the names because you never know.
Yeah. You might be back.
Yeah, exactly. I might do that. I should start up a Sony.dude and a Nikon.dude. But anyway, so
you're gonna have to bleep that out now.
But
oh, that's my job.
But yeah, like that's I started it just because I got the EOS R at the time, and I started taking gear photos with my iPhone just because it's like, yeah, why not? I've seen a couple pop up from time to time. I was like, oh, that looks cool. And so when I started the page, I was like, I'm just gonna have fun with it. I don't think it's gonna go anywhere.
Yeah.
Because I would post every so often. I wasn't posting like daily.
Yeah.
And like about a month into it, like I had a couple hundred followers. I was like, okay, it's not gonna go anywhere. And like I was like, it's not gonna eclipse my main page because that one I had like
Yeah.
1,200 followers. It was like, well, for me, that was a lot back then. I was way wrong. Little did I know that a lot of other gear pages that were a lot bigger that repost a lot of other users' work for their own content started tagging me and reposting a lot of my work. So I started getting a crap ton of people coming over and DMing me and asking me a bunch of questions about cameras and like, or if I could send them a free camera, which I just respond with the middle finger emoji and block them. But I just started getting a huge following little by little. Like more and more people started hitting my page up, and then before I knew it, 4 months into it, I hit 14,000 followers.
Oh wow!
And I kind of credit it for several reasons. So the first one was definitely tagging a lot of the larger accounts that you know are going to repost your work. And this is the part of the video where you guys want to take notes. Feel free. Tag a lot of the larger accounts that are relevant to whatever it is that you're posting. So for example, if you're posting cars, for example, you want to tag a lot of other pages that will typically repost photos of cars.
Yeah.
You don't want to tag people like Casey Neistat, Peter McKinnon, or other people that don't have anything to do with what you're doing. Unless like, you know, if I took a photo, for example, of this setup, I would tag Peter because the logo's on there and it has his name on it. But so definitely tag relevant pages with the mindset of like, okay, I'm going to tag them. If they reposted, great. If they don't, great. Like, don't expect anybody to do anything for you because then you're going to get just disappointed. And that's just not a way to approach things. Like when I started the page, I said to myself, like, this is for fun. I don't think it's going to go anywhere. And it did.
Yeah.
Because, and by me saying like I didn't care if it was going to grow or not, I think that's why it also ended up being this thing that it is now.
Yeah.
Which I'm grateful for. I'm not complaining about it. I've always wanted to experience what it's like to have a huge following. You know, especially because you're so used to seeing people on YouTube with like thousands of followers or millions of followers.
Yeah.
You're like, oh crap, I wonder what it's like. And it still feels the same. Now you just get more people talking to you, which I like because I'm a social person. I like to talk to people. But definitely tag accounts that are relevant to what it is you're posting. The other thing you want to do is get like super niche or niche or however you pronounce it. So if you look at the start of my page, if you scroll all the way back to the beginning, it's nothing but camera porn.
Yeah.
And I want to say for the good first, I want to say like 6 to 8 months, it was just cameras.
Yeah.
Because that way people knew, okay, this guy takes really cool photos of cameras, and he's also talking about like the latest camera news or like, you know, oh, do you like the 24-70? Why or why not?
Yeah.
And so you create engaging content based off of that niche, and in turn, people will start coming by. If they like the content, they'll like it, and they'll start engaging. And it's just one of those things where I really like fireworks.
Wow. Alrighty.
Yeah. Fireworks. Cool. We got rid of the lawnmower.
Yeah.
Now we got fireworks.
Man.
It's crazy. But yeah,
right.
so I totally lost my train of thought. Well, okay, how about this? We could just cut it here, and then you guys could come back next week.
Yeah.
And I'll just start all over. So I guess we could call this video just random banter.
All right, random banter. Oh,
bro, I'm about to go out there with my freaking R6 and blast some people. Alrighty, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you're new to the channel, feel free to subscribe. Hit that like button. I don't know, like RKO or Stone Cold Stunner, the subscribe button. If you're on Spotify, Apple Music, subscribe there. Give us a like. It helps out a lot. Follow me on Instagram at DLoVisuals and
Manny Besserell.
We'll see you guys next time. Bye.
Bye.
And I'm also going to be super wired.